Hello, my name is Nancy Ewan Perales. I'm the Associate Executive Director for the Pasadena Sierra Madre YMCA. I am here to talk about my coming out story. I was very young when I realized that I was different from all of my female peers. While they were all chasing boys around the playground, I was running around trying to make sure that I beat all the boys at tag or any other sport that I could play. And so I felt that if I focused on my athleticism, that I wouldn't really think about how different I was. So, at the time I didn't even know what gay meant. So I wouldn't even know that that would be me. I just figured I don't like these boys, so maybe something's wrong with me. And so I also grew up in a very traditional Mexican household where women were expected to take care of the men, take care of the household chores, and etc. And so, flash forward to when I turned 18, I had my first heartbreak, and my mom knew that something was wrong, but I wouldn't tell her what was wrong. And so one day she just had enough of my depressed attitude and so she asked me, what's wrong? Why are you so sad? What could I do? And so at that point I proceeded to tell her that I was gay, and we both exchanged some very hurtful things. Had I thought about it, when I think about it now, I wish I would have sat her down at a different point in my life and had a better conversation, but I didn't. I ended up moving out for a year. We didn't speak to each other that whole year. I think it was hard for her, and it was hard for me because here I thought I was never going to come out because I didn't feel comfortable, and quite frankly I didn't see a future. I didn't see a time where I was going to feel good about myself and be able to tell my family that I was comfortable in my own skin. And so it wasn't until I started taking some courses at PCC in Pasadena, some Chicano courses and some women's study and identity courses, where I started to really kind of think about how all my identities were going to intersect, right? I always thought because I was Mexican, I wasn't Mexican enough. I wasn't American enough. I wasn't gay enough. And then to add, some more complications, religion. My parents were very religious. And so I never felt comfortable at church. I was actually at sermons where, gay people were put down, and, we were told we should go to a retreat and try to, save our souls. And so all of that was really hard. And so when I started working for the Y, I felt like I couldn't tell the Y or anybody at work that I was gay because who knows how they would react, or what if I got fired. Thankfully that never happened, but I wasn't always comfortable at work. There were places I worked for that made me feel like it didn't matter that I was gay, and there were other times where I didn't feel the same way. And so I'm here talking about my story because I think it's really important that we continue to talk about our stories and welcome everybody who comes into our doors at work and in our personal lives. I think had I had a different outcome with my family, I wouldn't be as confident as I am now. It forced me to really learn about my identities and what I wanted to focus on and what I felt comfortable with. And so now I could say that I'm a very proud, Mexican American woman who's gay. And I couldn't say that 7 years ago, because I was scared about how people would perceive me or look at me or judge me. So I'm really happy that I'm a part of our LGBT community, ERG, and I only hope that as a whole that we all work together to try to really learn about inclusivity and diversity, so we can continue to teach our staff about being inclusive. So thank you for taking the time to listen to my story, and I hope that if you are ever approached by anybody who just needs an ear to listen, that you are there for them. And if you need any help, I am always here to help and lend a helping hand. Hope you all have a great day.